Hey peeps, it's me, Miss C. Welcome back and Happy New Year. Not only a new year, but a whole new decade. 10 years have gone by already. It is so amazing to think how much you guys have learned in the past 10 years. And I'm not just talking about what you've learned in school. I mean, think about just that alone, though. I mean, when you started 10 years ago, you were probably 2, 3 years old. Think about how little you knew 10 years ago and how much you've learned in that time. You've learned how to tie your shoes, dress yourself, bathe yourself, brush your teeth, buckle a seatbelt. You've learned all the rules about coming to school, walking in line, and raising your hand. You've learned how to count. You've learned the alphabet. You've learned how to spell and how to make words and how to read and how to add and subtract and multiply and divide. You've learned about science. You've learned about social studies. You've learned how to use so many technological devices and tools in the past 10 years. Just think about how far you have come in just 10 years. And also think about how quickly it's gone. I mean, 10 years ago, you were 2 or 3, maybe even 1. And now you're 11, 12, 13. Think about how fast that's gone. I mean, the time really does fly. And before you know it, you're going to be looking back at this time 10 years from now when you're in your 20s. And when we talk to you about, thinking about the future and, thinking about goals that you might have. And I know that during the new year, it's all about, resolutions and goals and all that type of thing. But if you think about it, really try to picture what you want your life to look like 10 years down the road. Where do you want to be? What kind of place do you want to be living in? What kind of car do you want to be driving? Do you want to go to college? Do you want to get a job right out of school? Do you want to learn a trade? Do you want to start your own business? Do you want to go into the military? And you think to yourself, oh, I've got all the time in the world to think about that. Well, in a way, that's kind of true. But before you know it, it's going to be that time. And believe it or not, the things that you learn right now and in the next 10 years and the choices that you make in the next 10 years are going to determine where you are, what you're doing, and what your life is like. So I kind of want you to start thinking in this new year and in this new decade, what do I want my life to look like 10 years from now? And what are some of the things that I can start doing today? Small things, making sure you get your homework done, learning how to make deadlines and due dates and get things in on time, striving for accuracy and getting the right answer and not giving up and being persistent until you do get the right answer. Learning how to study, learning how to find information, learning how to research, learning how to work with other people, like in group projects or those types of things, learning how to get along with others. These are all things that you can start working on right now that are going to benefit you 10 years down the road and beyond. So with that, I just want to welcome you back. I missed you. And we'll be talking a little bit more about goals and how do you set goals and that type of thing in future videos. But until then, get settled back in because today is today and we still have work to do. So until next time, I see you, I hear you, and you matter.